Hey Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading for the 8th to the 15th of September. I am Charlene Lizette. Whether you are new or whether you are returning, a massive thank you to you. Either way, I hope you click subscribe and become a part of our collective. All right, Capricorn, let's see what we got for you, okay? The Ace of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, King of Wands, Six of Wands, the Sun. Wow. Okay. Okay. I'm here for this. Let's talk about the fact that after, so I haven't pulled out the rest of the cards yet, but I need to call this out. After a time in your life where you have been feeling maybe a little bit restricted financially, or you've been feeling like you're pouring in work, you're doing this, you're doing that, and like, why hasn't it come through? Why haven't I received the success? Why haven't I received the blessing? Okay. It's here. It's here because the source is turning around and saying to you, you've been putting in the work and we've been observing you do the work. We've been observing you putting in the energy, the time, the effort, all the things. We were just waiting to align the right opportunities. I can akin this to, Saturn, ha, ha, ha. Your planet. I'm going to say to you, okay, this is really funny actually. That was a higher self source going, ha. Okay, I can akin this energy that I'm reading here to when I first shifted away from like working in sales and working in tech and moving my way into this, right? Into my soul purpose, into my career, into my life's path, what I'm meant to do here on earth. In the very beginning, it was like I was just putting in all this energy, all this time, and there was no rewards. And I was like, WTF, what the fuck am I doing? Why aren't things working out? Why aren't things working out? And I just kept hustling, right? And that's Saturnian energy. Saturn says there's no instant gratification. Saturn says there's no instant blessing. There's no like, I'm proud of you. There's no like immediate reward, right? It is discipline. It is structure. It is, hard work. It is putting in the energy, putting in the time. It is pouring into something without seeing any like right away success. It's like you just got to put in the effort, put in the effort, put in the time, put in the time. Eventually, okay, you will receive the reward. Eventually, after the sacrifice, after the discipline, after the structure, after all these things, you will end up getting what it is that you are looking for, what it is that you desire. However, it's not going to come like this. It's not going to come when you want it. It comes from sacrifice. It comes from maturity. It comes from a form of restriction. I think about when I first started my channel, there was a lot of sacrifices I had to make. One, I had to let go of a lot of friends because my friends were just not in alignment with like the path I was on. There was a lot of judgment, a lot of criticism, and I realized these are not my people, and then it comes the fact of like the external criticism. What the fuck are you doing? Who do you think you are? Like da 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 da. So I'm sharing all of this, Capricorn, because all this stuff here is and judgment showing up here and says I understand that everyone has their own unique paths and challenges. And then we have star bathing, light body crystal grid transmission activation. I'm sharing my personal life story in hopes that like it gives you a line of sight with respect to the journey that you're on right now. You're here, and in 5-10 years, you're gonna turn around and be like, holy cow, like I've done so much. I should be so proud of myself for all these things that I've done. The Ace of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords. This turns around and says to you, this energy is, yes, you've been pouring in your energy. Yes, you've been pouring in time. Yes, you've been putting in the work. We see this, and I know it can feel frustrating or overwhelming when there is no instant gratification. I understand it can feel, I don't want to use the word upsetting, but let's use it, right? Like a little bit upsetting. Like, what the heck, man? I've been putting on all this time, energy. Why am I not reaping the rewards? Well, the Ace of Cups, Five of Pentacles to the Eight of Swords says the rewards are already in front of you. The rewards are part of your, like, this is a mindset thing. This is an internal story that you're telling yourself. This is a belief system with respect to, your emotions and your feelings and the stories that you're telling to yourself. I'm not worthy of love. I'm not worthy of abundance. I'm not worthy of financial stability, or where the stories around financial hardship and financial difficulty have shown up in the past for you before. And, you know, it's about having these really hard conversations, Capricorn, with yourself or your partner if you're in a, you know, in a committed relationship, so you can get the clarity, so you can get the understanding of where the disconnect is and what the work and what's the work required. A lot of this stuff, in my opinion, has a lot to do with your mindset. It has a lot to do with where your head's at, and maybe even the nervous system, right? Like the attachment of the nervous system to like what is going on here. And so therefore, what is coming in? Because the week shifts dramatically for you. It's like maybe a conversation or a discussion or a revelation or realization. Maybe even this video comes in and all y'all like, oh, frick. That's the attachment. That's the story. That's the limiting belief. And then we move on to the King of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Sun, and the Empress. Laughter, happiness, joy, peace, ease, bliss here, success, dawn of a new day, celebration, victory, abundance, okay? This is like leadership, charismatic energy. This is success energy. This is very joyful, a happy energy, victorious energy here. And so when we look at this and we see that the spread has so much positivity, the big question, the real question that should be, you know, rummaging in your mind, or at least like that should be at the forefront, is what is the nervous system telling me? What is the story? What is the limiting belief that you need to rewrite with respect to your finances, your money story? Because the Five of Pentacles is here and the Eight of Pentacles is here. So a lot of you have this, maybe the story that you know you're worthy of financial abundance, but then like an underlying story of like, you're not going to get it. It's not yours. It's not for you, you know? Did this come from growing up in poverty? Do you have bad habits with your money? Like you get lots of money and then you lose all your money. Do you need investments? Do you need what's going on here on a deep cellular level that needs to be rewritten with respect to your money story? Because that's going to help you understand how to progress and how to move forward. Okay. You can take my money magnet workshop as well in the description box below. I teach you how to rewrite your money story. I teach you your astrology prosperity keys. I teach you the wealth recipe to attract cash flow with ease. Okay. You tune into your unique blueprint on that. All right. And I'll pop a video here at the end as well. Let's dive into your love reading. We got the 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. We've got the 4 of Swords, 10 of Wands. And then we got the 6 of Cups and the 7 of Wands. So for a lot of you, this money stuff has to do with your relationships and your partnerships. Are you in situations where you're the primary breadwinner, but then your partner isn't providing at all, and you feel like there's a disconnect, right? Like an imbalance. Do you find yourself attracting people that you're constantly having to financially save? Do you find yourself, you know, in dynamics financially where either you're codependent or they're codependent? These are all revelations here. Even with Vulcan showing up as your amulet, it's like Source is turning around and saying, Capricorn, you got to move. Capricorn, you got work to do. Capricorn, you got revelations to see. Even though there's external energy here and external success, the external stuff that's going on for you, Capricorn, has a lot to do with the internal. So if you're finding yourself in maybe some, you know, relationship challenges or some revelations with respect to your relationship, my advice to you would be to ask yourself, what's the root of this challenge? In romance, in love, and just in general, get to the root. The root will help you. Saturn wants you to go to the root. Judgment says, let go of attachments, see things for what they are, not for what you wish them to be. And Star Bathing, Crystal Grid says, can you activate this new way of thinking to manifest all of this success? All right. If you want to work together with me in any capacity, it's down in the description box below. Here is this video that I shared with you, the manifesting money video, to help you. Okay. Thank you so much. We'll see you later, alligators. Peace out. Bye.